Hey there, what is up, plant community? Today I got a video, and this video's gonna be an interesting one, but I'm gonna talk about the Zivas. So, Ziva Care. So, when you first get the bulb, you want to plant them kind of deep, or else you're gonna get things like this where they pop up, but that's fine. You could just set them on the ground, and they'll actually root like that, as long as you keep the soil moist. Soil's dry on mine right now, so I'll need to water mine. They like temperatures that are chilled. So they're kind of like daffodils. They are daffodils. They're an evolutionary form of daffodils. I'm guessing they grow in climates like the cloud forest climates and even more mild climates where it doesn't really frost. Now, when they are in these climates where they're supposed to be, they stay more compact. They don't really get too long. They get tall, but not too long. They stay more compact. Now, during the summertime, they'll get more laggy, probably because they're not getting the proper chill that they are used to. So these guys probably evolved from daffodils because that's really what they are. If you look closely, you can see the resemblance to the daffodils. These are called Ziva's Paperwhite. Now, they have an interesting smell to them. To me, they smell like lavender, but other people will say that they smell kind of like vanilla or something like that. So they have a nice little scent to them. Um, but yeah, another way you could grow these guys is you could grow them with pebbles and a little bit of water down at the bottom, like you can with tulips, and of course, daffodils. The only difference between zivas and daffodils is daffodils can take the ground freezing and frost. These guys can't really deal with that, from what I've been told. Um, guess people who have planted them have lost them in a zone 6 because the ground does freeze, and when it freezes, it kills these bulbs. Now, just like daffodils, they will split off from the bulb. They will have these little onion shaped looking little bulbs, and it's the same with tulips, and that's how they multiply. Um, when to fertilize. So when it comes down to fertilization, you want to do that after they kind of spent these flowers. Like this one here is kind of almost spent. This is new. That's kind of spent. New, 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 new. But yeah, after the season is done chilling, like you could take them outside in 40-degree weather. I've had mine in 30 degrees. Seem to do fine with that. But yeah, after the flowers are spent, you start sprinkling in just a little bit of fertilizer, not too much though. Um, yeah, otherwise than that, the Zivas are just kind of easy to grow. Um, if you really want to, you could just take them out, say if you wanted to use this planter, and you could just cut the foliage back and store them in a cool place, and you'll have them again for next year. And you could plant those again next year. But you keep them growing all year round. My friend in Florida says that they're quite invasive, and I can see why, because they don't really get frost or anything, so they could just kind of take over like our daffodils do. Only difference is here in Indiana we have daffodils, in Florida they have zivas. The zivas are like their daffodils; they just take over because they don't really get frost. But these guys, I guess they could bloom for you 3 times in a row. Granted, when they're long and laggy, because I guess they bloom throughout the summer. So you can get them to bloom 3 times, I guess. But granted, they're going to be more laggy and more grass-like than what these guys are right now because they are experiencing a chill, which keeps them compact, fairly compact. Um, yeah, Zivas. Little nice little flower to have, especially when it's still winter and you really ain't got no flowers to see. Snow might be on the ground for some of those who are more in colder regions than me. Um, yeah, great thing about them too is you can keep them by a window that receives a chill, and they do just fine there. Yeah, just be aware that their roots can push these bulbs up, so be aware of that. You can plant them with moss around them and all that. Just be careful of overwatering, which is weird because a plant that can grow in a tray of pebbles with water, you gotta worry about in the soil it being overwatered. It's weird how plants work sometimes. But yeah, Ziva's Paper White. Try them yourself. They're they're very nice to have in the house, especially like I said, if everything is brown and kind of dead, and you really ain't got no flowers or anything to look forward to. So yeah, kind of hope your spirit's there. Mine started blooming now, and of course we ain't got too much longer till spring. So to me, it's kind of like spring flowers coming up. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a good one, guys.